This week's feature filmmaker is Gabrielle Burton of Five Sisters Productions.
That was a lot of moolah, and nobody came after it.
Well, if they showed up now, they'd be many years late and $3,300 short.
You know, double that. Every cent I got is tied up in Ace High, best dealer school in Winnemucca.
Nobody has their $3,300?
I could take out another loan on my shop.
You can barely make your payments now. Daddy gives haircuts to half the city of Buffalo for free.
We have it.
Even if we wanted to give the money back, which nobody in their right mind would, you're over $13,000 short.
Actually, Ines, over $16,000.
What happened to your share?
I put it in the poor box.
When I went back to get it, not 5 minutes later, that box was empty. I'm telling you, Father Daly had a censer rigged up to that rectory. I was standing in the middle of the church yelling, "We're the poor!"
My four sisters and I have a film company, Five Sisters Productions, and we all came together because we realized we had these different talents and interests, and if we pulled them together, it would be fun to work on a project, and that started Five Sisters Productions. We are very collaborative, and so it's a company that we've structured as kind of an umbrella, so we don't want anyone who's the boss in charge. Just Friends was the first feature film we did, and that was a romantic comedy. It was sort of your fun, sweet, low-budget romantic comedy. Just Friends was shot on a complete shoestring with total support from free film from Kodak, free cameras from Panavision. Everything was done for us, and it still cost 50 grand. And that was my sister's savings. She spent it, to do it. AMC channel then used Just Friends to launch the We channel. Now, obviously, people can buy a camcorder and have a lot more creative opportunity to do things that are within their reach. Where it is complicated is the distribution aspect. Windows have closed for people. Yes, there's YouTube and all these things, but how can you make a living as a filmmaker? And that has gotten more difficult. Temps was our second movie, which was a slice of life film about 20-somethings. It was sort of an answer to Slackers and Clerks, about people who actually did work and really cared about their work and cared about doing something to make a contribution to the world. There is something interesting, it seems, in our generation where you were told you could do anything, and then when you get into life, you can't really be everything, and that's what that movie explores.
It's not what I thought. Profit is all that matters to these people.
Well, the world runs on money. That's what everyone's working for.
Maybe that's what you work for, which is why you keep jumping from job to job, but I work for what I believe in. I'm just not up for your cynicism today.
Wait a minute, something just happened. Oh, don't do this.
I don't jump from job to job because of money.
Wait, I want to get this.
You guys seem to think the world owes you. That somehow you deserve happiness.
Temps led to Manna from Heaven, which is a comedy about people who find a lot of money, and many years later one of them says they have to raise the money and give it back. We thought, how could you make a film that within 5 minutes you knew was going to end well, but wasn't a saccharine film that also was unrealistic? I mean, in this film there are con artists who are still con artists at the end. That movie MGM picked up, and that was really an extraordinary experience. I directed Manna from Heaven with my sister Maria, and we worked with amazing actors. They're wonderful character actors we've loved for a long time. Working with those actors was really incredible because they were Academy Award winners and people that were real veterans in the field. We were appealing to something in these actors that was an opportunity for them that they hadn't had before. And for us, it was really fun to bring that amount of talent into a room and have them working all the time together, which was pretty complicated for 8 people's schedules to get them for 4 weeks in Buffalo, New York in the winter. So we ended up releasing that independently, and then MGM came in when it proved that it was working. The Happiest Day of His Life, it's about a traditional wedding in a gender-reversed world. So the guy wears a top hat and veil and walks down the aisle.
He's just glowing. He's gorgeous now. He'll start aging and she'll trade him in for someone younger.
This must have cost Miss Somerset a fortune. 4 boys, poor thing. She must have kept trying.
You have a Kleenex, honey?
Please be seated, friends. Who gives this man to this woman?
I do.
It's a really fun short film that makes people think about weddings and American traditions, and also about our gender roles in society in a new way, but through humor. Projects come from each of us, and depending on the project, that person will helm. I'm helming the documentary that we're doing set here in Columbus, which I'm excited about. Yay, finally. Getting Columbus in the picture for us. I didn't know that much about the filmmaking community. And as that's developed, and obviously I've gotten to know more people here, it's a really nice, solid group of people who I think are interested in doing creative projects that have a genuine nature to them. I think people really care about what they're working on, and they're unstoppable. People don't let big budget needs stop them. They'll figure out ways to do creative things through their own means. And I really like that about Columbus. If you do it as an artist because there's something you want to say in this project, there's something you want to do, and even if it's only you and your parents or your partner or your friend watching it, and it moves that one person, that's what you did it for.
Frame Lines is brought to you in part by Sabo Studios, gear for the show. Tape Central, providing your media needs. Production Partners Media, affordable media solutions. And by grants from the Greater Columbus Arts Council and the Ohio Arts Council.